Welcome. Marina.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, won't let me. Feel like, the story of the indigenous where they say, spirit jumps out of the body and hides behind the bushes. Just shut the store. Feels like that's what's happening here. Most of the time, actually.
Wow. How wonderful to notice that. I mean, I know it doesn't feel good, but just imagine there wasn't the capacity to notice. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. And just see if you can access that noticing of it that doesn't have any judgment, that doesn't want anything, that doesn't need anything, that which is just here with what is, which allows kind of, that seeing, that kind of seeing, allows and gives space to everything. I know you know that, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of inviting to get there, so that which which you just described has all the space, all the time, everything it needs to just be. It's huge. I don't know if it's one of the biggest gifts, I would say, that capacity of when the focus goes more to that which sees with that big heart. So it is the seeing that sees clearly, but it includes the sensations, let's say it like that. It includes everything and nothing at the same time. It's so funny to speak about it. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that, which encompasses everything now, that which, oh, all the jumped out spirits crawl under its wing. Yeah, all the little babies, all the little screaming ones that feel lost and don't know where to go, and oh my gosh, can't really live, but also can't really die. All those. So we're entering that space that creates the space for all those entities, beings, spirits, whatever you want to call it, babies. I mean, it goes through so many rhymes in a way, doesn't it? It's
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't understand it fully,
Yeah.
I don't know
That's all
how
right.
many there are, or I
Mm,
just know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. That's, I'm just kind of
Yeah.
speaking so that we consciously kind of bring our attention to that which sees unconditionally, so that is included, not to get away from anything, just to get the focus wider
Yeah.
and all inclusive. See, otherwise, it spirals down, it sits stuck in an identity and suffering.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Then, we try to work on that in that stuckness, and it just creates more suffering. Every time, isn't it? Every time. So I guess that's one reason why we come together.
I've given up on working on it.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear. But even that, I can hear, even that comes from in there.
Yeah.
See, that's what happens in that bubble of stuckness or whatever you want to call it. There comes that cycle of hope where things, if it just works on it a lot and enough, then, and then when it's not happening, then it's giving up. It's like, oh gosh. See, so it's still within that. We
Yeah.
just identify.
I see that. Yeah.
Cool, you see. Ah,
Yeah.
you see. Ooh, that's all. Oh my gosh, that gives me openings. There I feel openings. Just when you say that. Yes, I see. Yeah. So it's a bit of a it's a bit of a job, let's say it like that. But that's why you sit with me. I know that. Yeah, because and sometimes our systems or whatever we are need a little bit of a help, a hand, kind of. So it gets wider. Nothing to work on. Just here. We're not going away, but we are that unconditional space. We're kind of tapping into that. Slowly but gently. No push, no pull. We're just including it. So that a bigger seeing, a bigger container opens up. It's just a word. There is no container, we know that. But for the physicality, it's very important that there is a container. Yeah. And at first, it might seem like there's a bit of effort involved, because it's so strong, it doesn't want to, but it's very dominant.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is already a little different. That's what I'm sensing. I'm not sure. You tell me if it's the same.
It's a little bit different.
Fantastic. Tiny little shift. So it's listening. It's listening.
Yeah.
It also makes sense, those spirits that had to jump out for whatever reason or never found their way in could also be. You can't just place them somewhere. So they have their own timing, they have their own intelligence. It's no pushing possible.
Some of them have been in the past and then they jump out.
Yeah, they know the pathways, which is fantastic. They know the way. They know the way in and they know the way out. I mean, how fantastic is that? If you look from another place. So it is, in a way, it is a bit of a trick or, yeah, but it's like cultivating the pathways to that space that unconditionally exists. So that's what we're playing with, because, oh my gosh, when that opens up, it's warm. It's just right there. It melts into itself without any effort. It doesn't want anything. It doesn't need anything. It is just available to itself. And man, gosh, when that opens up, it's like hallelujah, isn't it? Because can't push it. We can invite it when we're together.
And it can open up for periods and then, I guess,
Yeah. And there again, if it's possible to honor the intelligence of that from the unconditional space, far out, far out, that, I mean, whoever created all of this, I guess it's the mind. Some of us call it, call it the mind. Nobody really knows what that is, huh? Nobody, I mean, you know, try to explain this galaxy life here to anyone. I mean, people try, you know, there are books and scholars and people that study, and it's just ongoing trying to find out a way to describe this miracle, this mystery of existence. Yeah. So there again, you know, if we can enter that space of awe, far out, not that I like it, and it doesn't even feel so good, but man, what an amazing ride. Far out. I know. I'm glad that I'm so far away that you can't punch me.
No. Oh, I just think it's like being in a washing machine sometimes.
I get you, Marina. I get it. I really get it. I know that washing machine. I know it. And then afterwards into the dryer. I know. I
Yeah.
know. And
I've had a sense of, it was a couple of weeks ago, I started going to a different Qigong class. And by the end of the class, I think it's the first time in so long I felt something completely different, completely different. And it lasted a whole night.
oh,
Well, yeah, but there was something just shifted, like it's like embodied, that had happened.
yes.
To certainly a much greater degree. And yeah, I think that experience can now see the difference.
Yes.
And actually, when I swim in the ocean, it's very different. But I do notice somehow something really shifts when I get in, and it shifts again when I'm out.
Absolutely.
It's like some little ones come back in while I'm swimming, and then they're out of here when I'm.
I hear you. I hear you. And the practice, I mean, you know, it's a strange word in a certain way, you know, because we can't push. So the interest, or the reason why we are here at this time, in this moment, right now, let's focus on that. We have to. I mean, otherwise, there's just lostness.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's just lostness. So we consciously have to, I mean, that's why I'm just keeping pointing to that place, which unconditionally sees everything, nothing. Yeah, because that's what we're here for, isn't it? Yes. And obviously it needs to be cultivated, because it seems the cell memory of this body system, there's just so much density. It doesn't know better. It really needs to learn that again and again and again and again. so that something else can open up. That's seems like our job, if there's one. I mean, is there a better job than this?
Well, it's the only job that interests me.
See,
I don't know
there you
if
go.
there's a better one.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I say that.
I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that. I
But
needed to hear that.
it's the only one I'm interested in.
That's what I needed to hear. I am so happy to hear that. So happy to.
More than anything, I mean, I love my kids and whatever, but more than anything, yeah.
Gosh, I'm so happy to hear this. Tell me more about it. Keep going.
There is judgment. I can feel there's judgment that of failure.
So you want to, let's practice right here, right now. Do you want to entertain that? Or you want to?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Fantastic. Yes. Just the noticing that there's judgment for whatever reason and not falling into that trap. It's a trap. It's the trap of the old wanting to continue automatically making itself small. That's kind of old pathways. That's the old life in a certain way, the old earth life here for a lot of us, maybe for most of us.
Yeah.
And we are in the process of something new. And for whatever reason, life chose us at this time and this moment to explore something different. Far, I find it far out. So we got to assist each other to not fall into that old trap. Yeah. So criticism or whatever comes, judgment, whatever comes, there's a noticing and no thank you. I see. I've stepped into that trap. Man, it hurts, that trap. Oh. Oof. Takes off limbs and takes off life and ow.
Yeah.
So what am I here for? What am I here for? What's my interest? Again and again.
This.
Yes. This. This. Yes. And it's time for us to live this. You can tune into every channel in a way. It's not only us speaking about it. It's a lot of other beings on the planet right now that are aware of a big shift into something new. And it's, at first it's always difficult. If you have done something, I don't know, trillions of times, it's very, very hard to do it differently. It's just everything pulls into that direction, and oh man, and you pull into the other directions. Phew, it's very, very difficult at first. And we are on the track. I mean, on the right track. Yeah, it feels like that. It feels like the right track. Focusing consciously on that which is unconditionally here. Focusing, bringing the focus there, bringing the attention there. It's not spacing out. It's not leaving the body or anything. It's just that unconditional here-ness that sees clearly. It knows. It just knows. I know you know. It's so nice to speak that. Thank you for inspiring this. and being part of this. Oh. Mm. It's like, focusing on that inner light that you are. Yeah, just like this. Just like
Feel a
this.
little shift again. Okay. Feel a little shift. A little more shift to awareness.
Yeah. So when that happens, see if it's possible to consciously track it. To slow it that much down that you actually really consciously notice what's happening in your system when it shifts, how it shifts. Yeah, I don't know how you go, what the texture is, how the colors are, how is it warm, is it cold, is it, go with all the sensations that you have. Does it have a special taste? Does it have a smell? How does it sound? So that you get the real felt sense of that. So that, that it becomes a trackable experience.
Yeah, there's more of an awareness of being back
Oh.
more. And then there's more warmth
Mm.
in the chest.
All right. Nice. And arms. Mm.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So it becomes an embodied experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my computer.
Just playing. I have another, just comes like this. See if you can get a sense of the light that I am.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because as soon as there's more awareness, this happens every time I see light around you.
There you go.
Yeah. So there's
There you
light
go.
around you.
Yeah.
And then, well, I'm relating to past because it's not happening now. Has happened a lot where your face changes.
Yeah.
So you know, then it's the obvious thing that Mike is not really there. I mean, she's there, but you know, that
Yes,
the body changes.
it's just clear then how multidimensional it is.
Yeah.
And then again, go to the light that you are. What does that do to your belly when you tune into the light that you are? First thing is you take a breath.
I'm not sure. I don't feel anything in the belly.
Oh, you took a breath. You took a deeper breath. That's what I
Yeah.
noticed. So, yeah. I don't know if that did something, if that came from the belly, but I'm just curious what happens in your belly with that question. And you know, if nothing else comes, it's totally fine. It's not. I was just curious if you felt something.
Mm.
I felt something, so.
What did you feel?
Oh, it was like a relaxation. I felt very, very gentle, a gentle relaxation. Like a hello, I'm here.
I can see the light around you again. And I think when you asked me about the light here, there's a bit of resistance, or you know, that judgment comes in again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That's one aspect, the judgment.
Yeah.
You want to focus on that?
No.
Cool. Fantastic. 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 Yeah. I would actually, wow, really recommend that as a play.
Yeah.
You know, like, wow, the light here, you know, there.
Mm.
What's the light in that system? Tune into the light of that system that you call Marina. Maybe leaving the I, because you know, when it's like, oh, I am the light, then it can get, you know, if it comes from the sense of I, the contracted sense of I, then it's
Yeah.
useless.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I feel a lot of heat now.
Oh, cool. Must be the light. Oof, I'm feeling it too. Mm.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh. Oh. Very hot.
Aliveness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Yeah.
Mm.
Really
Play with
good.
it. If you like to, play with it.
Yeah.
Focus on the light that you are. The real light. Mm. Mm.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Berisha.
Moin, moin.
Moin, moin.
You and all. Hmm. This was beautiful. It's,
Mm.
still is. And
Yeah.
getting everything more and more beautiful. Wow. And I also feel and heard something yesterday that something is coming. It's coming. It knocks already on the door. Amazing.
Brand new. Brand new.
And there's still some confusion with the container and the unconditional space and light, what we are. So, I mean, yeah, maybe we have to use words like container. Caitlin also did this with me and was felt really good.
Mm.
But actually, there is no container, huh? Or what? Can you say something to this?
Yeah, it depends on the perspective.
Hmm.
Yeah. You know, it's like if you are an enlightened, so-called enlightened being, so-called, most of those beings have left the physicality,
Hmm.
have
Okay.
left it behind. You
Okay.
know? As long as there is an experience of physicality, and it's not used, or the concept comes in that there is no container, even though there is an experience of this embodied or this physicality, this body, then it becomes a trap. It can become a huge trap when there is this body running around and the mind of this body is saying, oh, there's no container, oh, there's no
Yeah.
container.
Yeah.
There is no body, there is no body.
Yeah.
So I've seen it has caused a huge confusion in so many of us. So, we can only go with how our system experiences. And, I'm trying to find a way to meet it right there and seeing if I can open some doors to get it all a little bit bigger. So as long as there is an experience of physicality, of body, in my experience, it has to be included. Otherwise, there is spacing out or dissociation, whatever you want to call it. The so-called enlightened beings, they have entered a different realm. They consciously went somewhere else. But even those, at least how I see it, had to come back. If you look at Ramana, for example.
Yeah, I was thinking of him. Yeah.
And others, there are others. Another Maha also. They have been in other realms, left the body behind in a certain way, and came back and had to reintegrate all the wisdom that they experienced, because it was still experience. It's
You
been
said
still
this
experience.
before, yeah. And I didn't get it really.
Yeah, if
Okay.
it makes sense, it's just what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If that makes sense,
Hmm.
but it's like, if this is not fully included while it's experienced, we have trouble. We have
Yeah.
trouble.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
run around like zombies or we suffer.
Yeah. Lovely said.
And
Yeah.
we don't want to be here, but we are here.
Hmm.
So, as long as there's an experience of physicality, this is the container. This is the container. And there is something that animates this physicality. Let's call it life or whatever. It's
Yeah.
like
Okay.
out,
Yeah.
far out.
Yeah. More or less. Yeah.
It created cells, it created everything. So, if that runs around and says, I'm not here,
Yeah.
there's something strange going on then, isn't it? But, you have to explore that for yourself. This is just how my system.
Yeah. But I
works.
it totally resonates. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. And the container can change, huh? Or it's changing all the time. I mean, if you speak of cells and life,
Yes,
and yeah,
that's changing all the time, but it is experienced. It is experienced, it's like the body wouldn't go through the wall. If it wants to walk, it doesn't, it knows that this is a wall and it can't get through there. So it uses the door. So does that make sense?
yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise it would bump against. So it's very simple in a way.
And now comes another thing. I just some days ago I found a talk from Isaac 10 years ago. You were sitting behind, so beautiful, 10 years younger. We all. And when Vade, and he spoke about this, how to be that and to embody that.
Yeah.
And there was one piece which wasn't clear. Something like if the body, if the system, the nervous system doesn't get all information, it
Mm.
will yearn for this the whole life
Mm.
and can't come to peace and can't
Mm.
really embody this.
Mm.
And that's why he invited SE also. Yeah.
Mm.
But this sounds clear now when I speak it. Oh,
No,
yeah.
I understand. I just don't. Was there a question in there?
Yeah,
Or
I thought there was a question.
yeah.
I, he also spoke of in a relationship or relating, if you don't find this real meeting, deep meeting, then you also will yearn your whole life something.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
which is true, huh?
okay.
Mm. So what we can say is that these bodies are conditioned. You
Mm,
know, sperm and egg, both full of information, come together, create an explosion, and then it starts growing, and it knows exactly what to do. I mean, I find it every time I just far out. It knows exactly what to do. And all of a sudden there's a little baby, and then there's a little child, and then it grows into
mm,
adulthood and all of that. So it is fully conditioned already. It knows what to do. Also with the help of guidance, you know, with parents or
yeah,
the whole village,
yeah.
or so then it knows, this, you know, to cook a meal, that's what I have to do. And also depends on where it grows up and which cultural background, you know. If you live near the coast, you have more fish for your food. If you live in the middle of the country, and there's no rivers or what, you have more other things. You know, if you are in subtropical climate, you have bananas and stuff, and other areas you have to take care that you have something in winter, and you know, all those things that a system learns when it is in this life. So that's all the easy stuff. Then it comes to our culture, you know, all the way from all that, where it gets all these ideas how life should be.
Mhm,
Like, you should
mhm,
meet the right partner, all your desires should be fulfilled, and you know, all those amazing ideas that we have in our culture, in the civilization culture. You know, there's some others still around that have totally different ideas.
mhm, mhm.
And then you start playing. It's like, oh, my system can't do it like this, but yours can, and can you help me? It's like, whenever I meet a partner, it works only out for half a year or something, and gosh, I would like to have a partner to have a, you know, whatever. So then in our culture, people have studied the nervous system and looked at what is going on here. Something must be totally wrong, you know. And then you come to with ideas of, it must be the nervous system that didn't get enough information or not the right information. But if it gets it, maybe life becomes easier.
Oh, you're really a good storyteller. Wow.
Yeah, I'm
It's getting
amazed
more and more
myself.
exciting.
I'm amazed myself, Risha. I didn't know that I was such a good storyteller.
It's recorded.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So, you know,
Okay.
that's where
Nervous
that's
system.
where our mind finds itself in a way, huh? That's where how our mind functions.
Yeah.
Now it's constantly busy with how to not suffer and how to live a good life, and because there's constantly something wrong. Other cultures didn't have that. they're just simply, humbly living their lives, are happy when they have a bit of food and maybe a few children and maybe a few chickens and a pig and, yeah. And life is simple and easy. If you don't get sick,
Chickens, yeah.
yeah. And, we sit in our big houses and our fridge is full and we have the luxury of looking at things in a different way. So, and it seems we are at a point where, again, something new is happening in our development, where we are, if I can say, where we have to make a decision, even though, it will guide us, but we're supporting each other and seeing other pathways. So when I say we're kind of invited to make a decision how to live the next period of our lives. Are we staying in the vortex of suffering and putting our focus onto that and spiraling downwards again and again and again? Or do we put our focus and our attention on what's right in front of us? It's like far out, far out, far out. I don't even know where to begin to speak at the miracle that's right here in front of me. Inside, outside, everywhere. That it speaks, that it sees, that there's a screen in front of me with beloveds from all over the place, and there we are, exploring the next step of our lives together and consciously kind of shifting the focus onto, the miracle of being. Yeah.
So no SE anymore for you. But you had a lot. I mean, you had just one aspect.
It's more, the interest has shifted, maybe through also SE and everything, the whole life, through everything, like the life force that's living this body system has brought it to that point where the interest is mainly on the miracle that's right here. So that's the invitation. That's what I'm inviting you to. And that's why you're sitting with me. Otherwise, you could not sit here. Otherwise, you could go somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So consciously shifting the focus away from that old baggage of suffering, which we have done now for how long? It's enough. It's enough.
Well, actually, thank you. Actually, I thought I have to sit with Mike, I have to make a decision. But we speak and it's getting clear, I guess. But I have to say, last time when we spoke, I was afraid that I have cancer in the intestine.
colon, yeah.
Yeah. So I made all this laboratory things and give the shit and after 6 weeks I got a call from the doctor. Yeah, actually everything is fine. Maybe a little bit HB is a little bit low, but not too much. So I'll be red. Yeah, it doesn't matter. if you bleed a lot, you know, then
Oh, okay.
yeah. And I had this blood in the sheet. They didn't find it, but I know it was from a hemorrhage. I wasn't, so
Mm.
they didn't find it. So you see how things work. I mean, yeah, I don't know. So the doctor said maybe in your age it's good to do a coloscopy where they
Mm.
look. Yeah. And then I asked the two people who had this how they do it here. I know it from Germany, very easy for kind of sleep and done. But the Finnish people have a different way. So I had the feeling, well, no, that's not laughing gas. No, nothing on my face, and still it's working here with cream pulling the cells out. Yeah, and then I heard you can choose that you get something to make the cooler more numb. Some. But immediately I had the feeling, no, oh, no, I don't know, I don't want this. And then I said, if the diarrhea is stopping, I won't do it. And it stopped.
Mm.
So no, it's so why go to the suffering? You know, when you spoke this, when I feel this, I'm a nurse. I know everything. I'm really traumatized with diseases and hospital and what can happen. I didn't know this then, but I am. I can really see this. Everything is overwhelming me, especially
Mm.
when it's my own container, you know.
Mm.
I won't do it. Because
Mm.
it became clear now when I talk. And
Mm.
when I also know when there would be cancer or something, I won't do all this normal things like chemotherapy and surgery and really I won't do it because I know all this. So why should I know this? If something is really heavy, then I can run to the doctors, but it isn't. Yeah. Isaac said so lovely when you were asked, yeah, and then weren't you afraid when you had this blackouts? And he said, I told myself so when my life should come to an end now, yeah, that's it. So it's still early enough to worry then if something, uh, yeah, and I don't have to choose. Yeah, but I had to speak it. Do you have to say something? Yes.
Mm.
Hmm.
No, blessings.
Hmm.
Blessings on the journey.
Because
Blessings
you
on
also said it's good to know and yeah, what do we know? I
you
mean,
know, it can always change again, you know, a decision
mm,
is not written in stone. It's like right now,
that's good.
it's like a no.
Mm,
And who knows how it is tomorrow? Maybe
mm.
tomorrow all of a sudden, oh, I would like to do it. You know, it's like uh,
Yeah, it's not so easy here.
it's
We have a right-wing government and they want to change everything also. So
mm,
maybe I can't get this treatment. Not so easy anymore next year.
mm,
Yeah, but
yeah,
it's cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And I hear it is disturbing. It can be very disturbing when there's something going on with the body. It can be
yeah,
very, very, very stressful. So there again, you know, what I know is that from that place when the body is disturbed, when there's stress, it's very, very difficult to get clarity about something.
yeah,
So uh, then, you know, how to get into that space that where everything is calm, where there's relaxation, and then looking from there. It's a totally different bargain. Anyway, it's so just being aware of that.
But
Same
I
here.
learned, yeah,
Same here. My system plays with that too. When there's excitement in the system for
Yeah.
whatever reason, it's like, okay, I'm aware of that. And you know how to give it enough time and space to come home again and then have a fresh look from home. Yeah.
yeah, with this I'm playing still. I learned a lot from you already in Isaac. And
Mm.
yeah, maybe I think I'm home, but I'm not home. So something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's also this. I can also go into dissociation. I
Yes.
don't have a problem, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I've noticed is when whatever, when I'm at home, when there's embodied presence, let's say it like that. You never know how high the percentage is, but I know the result is always there's clarity. Then it's as if another force is behind everything, the force of life or existence or creation, whatever you want to call that, love, truth, soul. Then it is just absolutely clear where it moves. It is just absolutely clear. It's wonderful when that happens. When the system is not really at home, there's always confusion. Then it's like, shall I do this? Shall I do that? And it's like, oh gosh, I don't know. Oh my God. Okay. So it's like when it's just here-ness, everything falls into place. It just does it by itself. So that's for me kind of the guidance. And when that's not happening, so, okay, then I make myself a cup of tea or whatever it is to, okay, slow down, come home, and then have a fresh look.
So let's be home for some minutes.
I am.
Yeah,
I am.
I know. Yeah,
I am.
you know, I feel it.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm so great. Light.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Blessings on the journey, Horesha. Mhm. Mhm. Oh, yeah.
Hi, Meike.
Hello.
I like your chain.
No, thank you.
body tries to get relaxation for the zwerchfell.
Diaphragm.
Doesn't matter, it's good. Wide, it's wide open. And yet there are things that are coming through and they want to pass away. And it's fine to be together there.
Yeah. Yes. It's actually beautiful to be together there.
The system is longing for this place, and look at it get stronger, it get more compacter.
Mm.
And there is, when I'm speaking,
Mhm.
it looks like I go away. But there's a little shift, a little, not shift, a little like go another direction.
Okay.
To stay and look if speaking is happening. Yes. This was it.
I felt it.
Oh, here also. Okay. Now I get it. Now I have it forever. Oh, sweet
You
man.
actually do. You actually do.
Yeah.
Just only that you don't have it.
Yeah. It's only the thought that thinking I don't have it. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Meike.
Oh, thank you, Maria. Laura.
Hello.
Hello. Who are we? Huh? No one really can say, isn't it? No one really can say who or what we are. And still, you know, if I say Laura, you turn around. If you say Meike, I turn around. Ah. I love what the saints say. I think of India. You know, they say everything that is changing is not real. That's not what we are. That which is never changing, that's what we are. Makes sense in a certain way, doesn't it?
I don't know.
I like that answer. I like it. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm so reluctant to speak because there's just so much going on, and I'm kind of not interested in it. Like but it's like it's consuming all the time. Like I've been finding it kind of hard to follow you today, which is unusual, but I'm just there's so much going on.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense, Laura.
Yeah.
But there is so much going on in the system. It becomes quite tight and small and kind of
Caught. I'm very caught in a lot of different things at the moment. Yeah.
Yes. Then it is only busy with itself. It's
Yeah, it's
most of
so
the
consumed
people
with itself.
on the planet. Yes. So it's a very beautiful noticing. So something is noticing that and
It's
speaking.
yeah.
What is that?
yeah, I mean, it keeps speaking it keeps recognizing it, it keeps speaking it keeps recognizing it. It owns it all the time, and it tries so hard, and yet it's still so consumed with itself.
It is. It will, maybe for the rest of its life, it will be consumed. And there is something that is noticing it. Otherwise, you would not be able to speak about it. What is it that is noticing it? What is it that is reporting? What is that?
Is it not the same thing that is consumed by everything going on around me?
Let's have a look. Let's have a look if that is the same. What is telling me about that is what is consuming itself?
I don't know.
Mm, mm.
And
What
I'm
is
not
that?
like, yeah.
What is that that is saying, I don't know?
I don't know.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. I totally get it. Yeah.
Because there's there's still the consuming of like the way out or something.
So, but something needs to step out of that to report on it.
Something needs to step out of that to report on it.
Yeah. Otherwise, if it's just consuming itself, there would not be a capacity to notice that. If it's just in its spin.
I'd like to see that.
Mm, mm.
I would really like to see that. I think it, yeah, needs more invitation.
Mm.
It's definitely true, yeah, because something is not like, in a way, I feel like I have more consumed in myself than I've ever been, and yet something also knows that more than it's ever known that.
Ah, fantastic. Yes.
But I still don't know the answer to your question.
No, maybe there is no answer. Maybe that was just the invitation so that you could see this, what you just told us.
And then there's more and more and more and more and more and more comes, and it's like this constant falling in the trap, falling in the trap, seeing the trap, falling in the trap, seeing the trap. Like it's happening
Yep.
so quickly. I feel like I don't get time to process what your question was. Like, what is that that's seeing that? I don't get the time because things happening so quickly.
Slow it down.
Yeah, but I'm in life, in daily life. I can slow it down here, but I'm
Yeah.
like, it's
That's,
unbelievable how quick
that's
things
all
are
you've
coming
got,
at me.
Laura. That's all you've got. You only have this
Yeah.
moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Only
Thanks.
this moment here. This is the moment to slow it down.
Yeah.
I also don't have more. I don't have anything
No.
about yesterday, tomorrow.
No.
Don't.
That's
can't-
part of the that's part of the pattern, the self-consuming.
Yes, yes. And we're just seeing that. Something is seeing that, which has to step out a little bit, otherwise it would not be possible to see. So there again, let's just slow it down. Let's slow, go in slow motion. Slow, slow, slow.
Is that allowed? That's what comes up. Like, it's so not allowed. Like, now I'm thinking, is that allowed? Really? Are you sure?
Right here, right now, check it. Check if it's allowed. Right here in this moment. Check out if it's allowed to slow down.
It feels like it doesn't know how.
Cool. Okay. But it's allowed. It's feeling that beautiful hand there.
I'm just watching your hand.
Yeah. Ah, that's the slowing down. That breath. You know, when you've been running and running and running, and then you sit down and, oh my God. That's the slowing down. So whatever that is knows how to do that. And it's just in this moment.
No, it's so sweet.
The response is the sweetest.
I just feel like I could watch that hand all day.
Can you hear it too? Can you hear it? Yeah. It's sometimes I watch mothers do that with their children.
Yeah, and it's like a little baby just breathing.
Yeah, I know exactly how that feels. Can you feel it slowing down?
Yeah, I feel some frustration coming up and it's fine. I'm just saying like that I just keep getting it wrong. Like I keep falling in the trap. That just came up.
Yeah, and then we'll just come back here. It's okay.
I'm not sad. I don't know. I'm just like,
It's release.
yeah, it's release because I know everything is fine.
No, it's just when you've been running and running and running, and then you come home. Oh, gosh, so much running. Oh. letting go. It's so, so sweet when you come home, Laura.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a struggle. There's a little bit of a struggle.
A little bit. Yeah. That's all right. It's all right. No problem for us. Sometimes.
And a bit more frustration because it knows like it will keep running because there's so many things that it's like scared of.
Yeah.
What do you do with that?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Right now, nothing. Right now, nothing. Right now, nothing needs to be done. That's the privilege of this moment. Right now, it's just us being here. It's like the luxury of a moment of peace. That's all we've got. You really don't know much more. It might start running right after this, but right now we're here. It's quite, it's wow. How lucky are we for this moment to be here together. So much love, love is always, it's yeah, realness, so much honesty, so much nakedness right here between us. So warm, so warm. Oh no, that's a bit faster. But it's sad, huh? It knows, it always knows what to do, just in this moment. I wish I could tell you something else, I wish I could tell you about tomorrow or whenever. All I can tell you is just this moment. Here we are, you and me and our beloveds. I wish I could dry your tears. Yeah,
They're okay. They're all right.
I know. It's
Just do
just
their
that,
thing.
you know. Yeah. It's all we've got, Laura. We have only this moment. So let's enjoy it. Let's cry our heart out and laugh our heart out and sing and dance just there right now. Celebrate the connection. It's here. Effortless, that effortless connection. It's also never interrupted, huh? It's never interrupted. When I think of you, when you fly through us, comes the smile right out of my heart. And I know it's the same for you. Yeah. And then there's that sweet body that needs to run a lot. So, and it comes here, and it comes a little bit home. We love it. We love it. It's all we can do. And then it might start to run again. And then it comes home again. And then, seems like that's how it goes. But right now, it's just okay the way it is.
It's kind of weird because I'm so grateful, like I'm having so much shown to me so fiercely and so quickly, and again it's that thing of, because I know and I see it all, but I'm so grateful as well, because the freedom before, I wasn't even running, I was just hiding. Now the things are coming up and there's a reaction to run, but then I come back again and again and again and again, and because it wants the freedom. It wants the freedom. It kind of invites, I'm inviting all the everything. I think it's so stupid.
It's doing it by itself, isn't it?
Yeah, it is doing it, but there's that. Yeah, that is true. But there's the
Good.
recognition. There's the recognition that its capacity is bigger, that it does invite things. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's not true. Well, I don't know.
That's a huge judgment on life itself, huh? As if life should be different than it is.
So how
So
else
this
would
is,
it be?
it's okay the way it is. How about
Yeah.
if we can, anything else is a fight with how it is. If there is one little wish that it should be different, peace is gone, isn't it?
I think that's the point. Like, there's a
That's the
part
point.
of it that knows it is fine, or it maybe didn't know that before, so it kind of invites it to be okay, even if it's not. I see I'm not making sense.
No, you do make sense, but it spins in a
Yeah,
certain
yeah,
wheel. So let's see if we can step out of it.
yeah.
Mhm.
So what was that? What is that?
Yeah, what is that? That's a good question. What is that?
There must be a belief that I am controlling some of it.
Far out. Yeah. And are you?
I'm trying not to smile because I don't know. I think I am.
See, that's what most of the sense of I thinks, that there is control, that it has control. Oh, it's beautiful, that seeing actually. Is there control over how you act, how you see things, what you think, what you believe? Is there control over that?
So I
Is
feel
there
like I have control to get up tomorrow and do things a bit differently, and that would have a much different impact. But then I have that thought, and then that may not happen. So I guess in that I wouldn't
exactly,
have control.
exactly, exactly. I mean, we've explored that so many times because there is that
Yeah.
huge belief that we have control. I mean, if you had control, it would be different, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but then I don't know how would it look if we did. Yeah, I mean, how would that
There
even
you,
look?
there you go. There you go.
That's
So
a really good.
is there control?
Like, I kind of know, no, but everything is saying yes.
Mhm.
But I know
Mhm.
no.
Yes. Yeah, it's it has to be explored again and again.
Yeah, the experience. I would like to
Yes,
know more.
because it also doesn't work, when there's a clarity of seeing that there is no control, but then it gets a concept again. When it becomes the moment it becomes a concept again, it's not true anymore. Does
Yeah.
that make sense? Hmm. So it needs to be explored. and needs
Yeah,
needs
yeah,
seen
yeah.
freshly again and again and again. It's not something you can put into your pocket and take it out and, oh no, there's no control. Then it becomes a concept. Then it's
So
alive.
yeah, how can I experience that here?
Yeah, that's a good question. Now you're exploring. Now you're inquiring. You know, what I ask myself when there's a belief in control is, how if I had control, it would be different. And how do I know that I don't have control? Is because it is not different. It's just like that. If it was up to me, it would be different. And because it is not different, it's not up to me. Otherwise, it would be.
Like even that sounds like something so simple, but that's like huge.
It's huge.
It's
It
huge
is
to
huge.
take in, even like.
It is huge. It takes you off the hook. It takes the personality off the hook. That which is constantly after itself and beating itself up because it seems that it doesn't do it the right way. When it really, really sees that it does not have control, that it's not up to that thought form, that belief, it takes it off the hook. It's like far out, it starts breathing. For the first time, it's like, whoa, it's not up to me. Far out. How will life look?
Yeah, and so then there's another level of, oh, I guess that doesn't exist. I was gonna say, like, I'm noticing how much I am like trying to control and trying to hold. So, and I was about to say, then the letting go of that, but then I don't have control over that either.
You don't. Yeah, you don't. It lets go by itself. If it lets go. It's just the seeing. You don't have to go any further. It's just the
Yeah,
seeing.
I can see how much I'm holding and trying to control the mirror.
And that is doing it by itself. You would never, if it was up to you, you would never do it that way. It's like there we are at the beginning again, sperm and egg come together and there it starts and it does its thing. Did you have any say in it? As an entity, did you have any say in that?
No.
I also can't find that. I can't. All of a sudden, this is here, just the way it is. I have no clue why it is like this, but I can say I love when it lives itself freely, when there's nothing in the way. That's the best. That's very lucky when that happens.
There's something though in what you just said about if you knew, if you, oh, what did you say? In a way to let go.
Letting go would happen by itself.
But yeah, but for the experience to know that it's not oh, I don't know, something.
You can watch the recording.
Because but it wants to explore something really important there, because it's like it would need to know it was safe to not have control, and it doesn't know because all it knows is control, and it's afraid. The reason it's in control is because it's afraid of not having control.
Yes, exactly. Just that
And so
seeing,
it
look what
can't-
it does. Just look what that seeing does.
That's what I always come to. I come to fear, back to fear, back to fear, back to fear. Every time I think I'm trying to let go, I get stopped because there's fear.
Yes, exactly. It's fear.
And so then I try and experience the fear and let go into the fear. And sometimes I can and sometimes I can't. But then there'll be another layer of control.
Absolutely. That's how it goes.
I'm
And
not
then-
saying any of this is important. I just wanted to
Yeah.
get that out.
And then just inquire into again and again if there is any control. If it was up to you, it would be different, wouldn't it?
So
Just go with me here for a moment. If it was up to you, it would be different. You wouldn't run. You would have control. Is that true? If it was up to you.
I would just be still.
If it was up to you, you would just be still. So is it up to you?
I really like it when you like. I don't normally like people telling me, "Oi, listen up," but I like it when you do that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
really, yeah.
Is it up
having
to
a
you? If it was up to you, you said, if it was up to you, you would be just still. So then do it. Then do it. Then do it. Then just be still. And there you have it. If you had control, you would be still. And it's out of
and then
control.
what would happen if we were all just still? Like, what would happen?
No, this is wiggling around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, it's
Well,
trying
I'm
to
not sure.
wiggle out. Like,
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. That's interesting.
it's interesting. It tries to keep the idea alive that it has control.
That
It
it
doesn't
has
really want to
control.
go there. It doesn't really want to go
I
to
do.
see.
Like, I really do. I really, really do.
Okay, then let's one more time. If it was up to you, how would it be?
Up to me. If it was up to
Yes.
me,
If it was
what's
up to you.
me?
No. What's if it was up to you? Keep it simple. If it was up to you, how would it be?
It would be different.
It would be different. Yes.
I would be kinder and nicer and more still, and I wouldn't react, and I'd have more compassion for everyone, and I would not get caught. And I mean, the list is endless.
Yes. So is it up to you?
What's it up to then? I mean, the conditioning, I get that.
It's different, huh? So it's not how you would want it. It's different than to how you want it. Is that right? Yeah. So logically, that means it's not up to you.
Oh, why is that so hard to?
Because something wants to badly be in control. It's very, very sweet. Watch this. Watch this. Watch the video. It's wonderful. Watch it.
I don't think I'm quite done yet.
Yeah, but we are done.
Oh no!
Time is up.
Perfect. Perfect.
It's
Oh, that's
absolutely
just
perfect.
perfect. It's all perfect.
Yes, it is. It's absolutely perfect. And you stay with this. Stay with this inquiry, Laura. It's wonderful. It's where most of us are trapped in that belief that we have control, that belief that we have the power to make it different than it is, and we don't. That's the joke. And then it's this constant war in our system. It's just a voice. It's just a voice that has an idea how it should be. And then it's after itself constantly. Inquire into that. Really it's so beautiful.
I
Play
mean, I
with
know
it.
the time's up, but it comes up. I don't know how. I don't know how. Same thing.
Yep. Watch the video. Fast and forward. It will be there in about half an hour or something like that. Have
I
fun.
have no idea of the time. Sorry.
Yeah, oh, that's my job.
Oh, good.
Mm,
Sorry.
okay.
I'll mute.
Oh, look at all the hearts coming there for you. Mm. Ah, thanks, beloveds. Mm. Mm. Love and peace until we meet again.